Hi, I'm Mr. V, and I'd like to talk to you about the class and how it's set up and how you're going to navigate your way around this class. So, if you were to find the link that I sent for logging into the Google Classroom, on the and this is an example with term three, this trimester three, first period with my class. This is geometry. This is the second half, so it's trimester two of geometry, which is the second half of it. And this is the course number. We meet, the time that we meet is posted right here. Here's the class code, and this is what you would use to log into this. Every day when you come, you'll access the link to this by clicking here. This link might change, but it's always found on the link page of the Google Classroom. I do not use the streaming to post much, so I put the welcome here. I post our meeting times, which are at the top of the page here. And if there's a 2-hour delay or some other type of change to the schedule, I'll post it in the stream so that you can see it. You're going to look under Classwork to find the assignments, but some things we access relatively straightforward, and so those links are found here, like Desmos and Khan Academy. Also, don't look to the Google Classroom for any grades. If there are any in here, that's a mistake. They're not. I don't post any grades in here. All of the grades are posted under Infinite Campus. And before I talk about the classwork and some of the classwork activities, there's two things for us to do. First is to go to Khan Academy. If you open this link, it opens up for me over here. It would open up this activity, and there's a student roster here, which lists the people's names of students who are in the Google Classroom. And that's all that we're doing on this first day, is just signing up. I will talk to you about the assignments that are going to be in Khan Academy, the assignments that count that are on Khan Academy. All we're doing today is setting up the account and getting you logged in. And if you choose this and you put in your name, it shows, I think it automatically collects your name, but this is for this class. So if ever there's a Khan Academy assignment for you to do, you'll find it here. Same with the Desmos. Now let's talk about this course disclosure for just a moment. I've opened it up here. In the course disclosure, if you want to get a hold of me, you can call me my name is Mr. Vasicek. You can call me Mr. V or just V, that's fine. This is my email. You can reach at this phone number. You can leave a voice message, and I think I'll get it. I'm not sure if I will. I think I will. We're using illustrative mathematics. The second half of geometry, we're going to cover 3 units in this COVID type of environment. There's unit 4, 5, and 6. There is a 7th unit, which we might do at some point, but I don't think we're going to get to it this year, based on everything I've seen. Unit 4 is on right triangle trigonometry. Unit 5 is solid geometry, like it's in cylinders and pyramids and stuff. And Unit 6 uses coordinates, the Cartesian coordinate plane. 100% of your grade is based on assessments. And this is true for any class that you take at Burlington High School. And all of the assessments are going to be the same that you'll see, except I also include Khan Academy tests and quizzes. The Khan Academy tests and quizzes together collectively make up about 3/4 of a grade. So it's about 75 points. There's 9 quizzes for 5 points each and 3 10-point tests from Khan Academy. So it's not a full 100 points for each, but these are scaled. You can redo the Khan Academy as many times as you like, and they count. And you should do them all before the unit test, but you can do them up to the end of the term. The last week once I put the deadline in, the drop dead date, that's it. But you can do them, and it will affect your grade. If you don't do them, it could drop you. And if you don't do them, and I'm inclined to round up if a person has done the work. If they're like at a 79 and almost an 80, but they've done the Khan Academy and they're trying really hard, I'm likely to round it up to an 80. If you haven't done the Khan Academies, don't expect any type of favor like me rounding it up. That's not going to happen. You may redo Khan Academies as many as you want. You may not redo my tests. And this may differ from some other teachers at the school, but that's because they don't give a lowest score of 50. And this is my reason for doing this. Also, the Khan Academies are likely to raise your grade. I like Khan Academy because it gives you instant feedback if you're doing it right. It gives you practice to make sure that you've done enough to where you know the material to do it correctly. He explains things a little bit differently than me, which means that you understand it a little bit differently, which is better to be able to understand things different ways. I like it for me because I have artifacts and evidence that you've actually done work, and I can take this to the principal and show him and say, look, this person deserves to graduate, deserves to move on to the next math class because they've done the work. I have only a few expectations. Be on time, show respect, and do your work. These are 3 tenets for success outlined by Mr. Cohen, our superintendent. We start on time, we end on time. Don't expect to be packing up 5 minutes early. We go from bell to bell. I may give you 1 or 2 minutes before the end of the bell, but usually we go all the way to the bell. Bring your supplies. You need a charged Chromebook. I only have 2 outlets in the room. You need a charged Chromebook. Please show yourself. I'd like to see your video, not your avatar. It shows me respect when you do your avatar, when you show me your video and not your avatar. Turn your mic off except when you're talking, and when I address you, please turn your mic on quickly. Don't be dilly-dallying and waiting around. And also no chat under the chat. Don't put just chatter in there. I want to see meaningful questions that you have about what's going on. Here's a video on here that's kind of interesting, a few videos, links for you to look at for good hygiene. Be sure to wash your hand. And the homework. None of the homework is graded, but you want to do it because it looks like the test. So you want to make sure you do them. All class activities are done to improve your learning, and we usually follow the same agenda. We have a warm-up, we have a cool-down, we have a dive, and we have a deep dive into the concept. And there's some homework. But the routines for how we do those are different. For instance, I have a notice and wonder. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Or which one doesn't belong? Or the info gap? Or there's about 10 of these different routines that we'll use. Absences, I post my lessons online. I put a video like this, so you're expected to make up for any lessons that you miss. Watch the help video, and try to get caught up within a day or 2. Also, you need a charged Chromebook. You can use a calculator. There is a Desmos calculator, which you can go to. Just look up Desmos. Scientific calculator is the one that you would be allowed to use on any tests or quizzes in this class. If you were to go to the Desmos link, well, first of all, let's go to the classroom. Under Classwork, I organize things by day. So on day 1, talk about the steepness and angles. This was the assignment, and there's a homework assignment associated with it. And on this, it says, oh, go and look at the Khan Academy, sign into the Khan Academy. And that's because I need you to sign in before I should make assignments. Then open the Desmos link. What? And you're going to open the Desmos link almost every day. Find lesson 4.1 and begin it. In the stream, here's where you would go to open the Desmos link. And that's how you get around in this class. So good luck. And we'll talk about the Desmos activity for today in a different video.